For small DJI drones, we have the Mini 5 Pro, so called because it's small with big features. Then there's a considerably cheaper Flip, called that because it flipping flips alright. Then we have the Neo. The original Neo is not so new anymore, so we have this new Neo 2, which is new. This is the cheapest in range, but who's it really for? Like, you can't even choose to compare the Neo with the Mini 5 Pro and Flip on DJI's own website. So let's take a look. Okay, let's start with that. It's got these two little screens. There's a tiny little screen to show you what mode you're in, which is fine if you're close up to it. Not so much when it's flying unless you've got a pair of binoculars handy. The blue means it recognises you. Like the Flip, the Neo drones can take off with a controller or without, thanks to hand gestures that might make you look like you're making very questionable salutes in the park by yourself. But whereas they were pretty much limited to just taking off and landing, the Neo 2 allows you to adjust things like height and distance by doing some waxing on, waxing off, or peekaboo actions. It's very clever stuff. Almost too clever. Oh, it's returning to home. I don't know why. Why is it returning to home? Am I at home? Oh, okay. So I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it's because I'm very animated with my hands when I'm talking and it just decided to land because I stuck my hand out like that. But let's try again. So yes, it's good for people shooting by themselves. Tracking speed has been increased from 10 meters a second to 12, making it the same as the DJI Flip. A little less than the Mini 5 Pro, sufficient for some moderate speed wheel action, which I'm almost 50% capable of doing. In terms of wind resistance, it's a little bit better than before, but out here in this park, the test track, there really is no protection from the wind. So this is the ultimate test for a drone, especially a lightweight one like this. It's a little bit heavier than the Neo, but it's still very light. I don't even know what it's doing. It's going around me. It's going around my bum. I can just see the shadow of it. I mean, the thing is, DJI's software, its tracking capabilities, has always been impressive. It's still significantly lighter than the Flip, but with a bumped up wind speed resistance, it's on a level with the Flip, just less than the Mini 5 Pro. But it's all smooth flying with the Neo 2 today. I mean, having not tried the Neo previously, I wasn't aware of how much fun it is. It's amazing. I'm not going too fast, but it's just doing a fantastic job. Look at that. I can't really say how it compares to before, but the difference with this is that they've upped the frame rates. The 4K is the same, the sensor's the same size. It's just that now you get 4K 60 instead of 4K 25, 30 as max. Adding 60 FPS is nice, although a somewhat standard expectation these days. I'm sure some might have hoped that they would have upped the sensor size a little bit in the Neo 2. As it is, the half-inch sensor lags a little behind the Flip in terms of image quality, and of course the Mini 5 Pro. But that's kind of fine considering it is the lowest priced DJI drone. Low battery, oh great. Okay, here we go. Let's try that. That was easy, wasn't it? It's 1 minute extra on flight time with one fully charged battery, which doesn't sound like much, and really that 1 minute soon goes when you're flying it. I'm more pleased that they put battery level indicators on the battery, missing on the Neo's batteries, which just makes checking battery level easier when they're not on the drone. Okay, so we've changed the battery. Battery life a little bit improved, it's 19 minutes. Whether you'll get 19 actual minutes is another thing. The gimbal in the Neo 2 is now a 2-axis one compared to the single axis on the Neo. It covers tilt and roll, lacking the third axis pan that the Flip and Mini 5 Pro has. The Neo 2 uses electronic stabilization combined with the gimbal, and the results look good. Smooth looking footage. It's just so much fun. So when I'm walking away from it, it's still following. It's doing a decent job of following me. It really doesn't matter if you're facing the camera. Once it's locked on, once it's tracking you, it'll follow you from behind. So I'm using it with just the Fly app at the minute on the phone, which is in my big pouch pocket right here. But you can use it with the other controller, the standard controller without the screen. You can use it with the RC2, and you can use it with FPV goggles as well. Yeah, I mean, some people are asking online whether it has a manual mode. Looking at the Hong Kong website, because this was... Oh, no, no, no. Don't land. No. I'm just going to put my hand behind my back now just so I don't stop it tracking. But yeah, the Neo 2 has been launched in Asia, or at least in Hong Kong and China already, so we know the specs. Before, when I checked, it didn't show up manual mode, but it does have a manual mode. It's got the sports mode as well, it's got normal mode. One thing that might attract people to the Neo 2, like the Neo, is the potential to use it for FPV, but in my opinion, well, the Neo 2 is heavier than the Neo, and it's really not just for a bit of dabbling in FPV, because you'll need to buy the headset and controller, in which case, you really would be better off getting the Avatar 2. It's made to maneuver for FPV flying, and it's really easy to fly. Well, for most people. I think the main appeal of the Neo 2 is drone flying for beginners. That is simple and easy, but also safer. One major difference with this, and I think it's quite often the difference with DJI's newer stuff, their newer drones, is the safety aspect. This has now got LiDAR on the front. And I think this is a huge thing for a drone like this, almost fumble-free flying, because even the flip is fine if you're flying forwards, not so much if you're going arse in first. Still, you got to remember to avoid textureless plane surfaces. LiDAR on the front, and it's got more directions. So before it's just front and rear, now it's omnidirectional. LiDAR on the front. Having the omnidirectional obstacle detection and LiDAR on the front is immensely useful on a drone that is going to appeal to beginners, and one that will be left to fly and track by itself. It might make this more of a temptation if you're considering a flip, but a flip has slightly better image, 4K 100 D-Log-M, which might still make that more appealing if you're into your video. But having said that, the Mini 5 Pro, if you have the cash and you want to have the best sub 249 gram drone, this is the one to go for. But the Neo 2 is certainly a good place to start, and at least won't feel as basic a place to start off with as the original Neo was. All of these improvements make the Neo 2 DJI's best drone for beginners ever.